Hello everyone and welcome once again to the Global Business Update with TA. As always, 7 stories from around the world for your insight and intel. Boeing would have the US-China trade wars to be blamed for the loss of a massive deal from China. The top 3 airlines of China ordered more than 300 jets from Airbus, Europe's top aircraft manufacturer, and that is one of the largest single-day sales made by Airbus ever. Now, the reason for these orders to mainly go to Airbus is simply because of the ongoing trade wars that started in the Donald Trump era between US and China. Some trade wars are deadly indeed. In fact, maybe all of them are deadly for any kind of business. Meanwhile, another default of a large Chinese developer, and that is none other than Shimao. They've defaulted around $1 billion of bond payment. This comes after last year's Evergrande default, where they are assets which are in stress, or rather they are bonds which are in stress are considered to be somewhere close to $300 billion, whereas in this case, Shimao has defaulted. Now, all this is coming in the backdrop of China recording one of the largest trade surpluses in the world, or in their history, for $98 billion. And it just may be that China is willing to let some companies really fail, even at the risk of some of the investors, big investors, losing their money, just to send the right message for the businesses to stay in control. Meanwhile, wheat and grain seems to be picking up in terms of supplies to the market, and this is despite the Russia-Ukraine war still ravaging on, and those two countries being one of the main suppliers of wheat and grain to the world. It looks like some of the other supply markets, such as India, are picking up, and they are able to supply to match that drop of supply from Russia and Ukraine, as a result of which the prices are stabilizing and things may be just being well balanced for now. However, some of the other matters, such as, for example, the growth of palm oil demand is on the rise because they are unable to obtain sunflower oil, which is a more cleaner form of cooking oil. They are unable to obtain that from the region of Russia and Ukraine because that region supplies more than 60% of the sunflower oil to the world, and some supermarkets are already displaying signs in Europe and saying that sunflower oil is not available due to the ongoing war. The $7 trillion Australian housing market is about to sink. This is especially due to some of the rising inflation and interest rates in Australia. This is said to have an impact on the consumption levels of the country, and 60% of their economy is driven based on consumption. And even though unemployment and some of the other indicators are currently under check, things are expected to exacerbate as the global economic problems continue. But how well will this play out, and whether it will be turning out okay for Australian economy or not, only time would tell. But $7 trillion, let that number sink in. That's a massive number, or that's a massive value of the housing market, which if it starts to really shrink, there could be a bad impact on the economy and can really plunge the Australian economy into a recession as well. Oil consumption around the world is said to be hitting somewhere close to 1 million barrels a day next year. But right now, oil prices are on the drop. However, the current scenario doesn't look so rosy, especially when you look in terms of the future context. With most of the OPEC countries actually having aging infrastructure, they would not be able to match that level of expected supply. As a result of which, over the next few years, definitely the oil prices are said to be on the rise, even though as at now, oil prices are dropping, and this could be what we term as the Great Oil Paradox. The Indian mutual fund market, valued at more than $465 billion, is said to be at a massive reputation risk because the Asst asset management company, one of the leading mutual funds in India with a market value of $31 billion, they have been rocked by a scandal which is called as a front-running scandal, where certain parties, certain executives with special privilege information is involved in doing a few deals using that confidential information in order to benefit just a few parties. Now, given the pandemic scenarios, the mutual fund market in India has seen a massive boom, but how will this impact, and will more such scandals and scams come out? Only time would tell. And finally, news from Uganda, the African region. Looks like they've discovered gold deposits coming close to worth about $12 trillion. And where would this really take the Ugandan economy to? An economy which is facing so much of challenges and problems, but this amount of gold being discovered is truly going to be a massive boom. Investors are rushing in, the gold mining companies are rushing in. How well will it play out both business-wise and politics-wise? Let's wait and see. That's it for this week. And no matter what business you may be in, stay safe and have a profitable week ahead.